Next up is our current Grassroots Vice Chair, Marian Sheridan, running for re-election. Yeah, Marian.
Thank you, Hema. So, my name's Marian Sheridan. I know a lot of you. This is actually my fourth time running for Grassroots Vice Chair. Each time I have overwhelmingly won. Why is that? I'm so appreciative to you delegates because you know that you can trust me. The projects I lead, you join in on, and we try or we are successful. And it is because of your dedication and your willingness to follow me. So I really appreciate that. I want to touch on a couple things that I've done since I was elected in 2023. Um, of course, to me, the elections are the most important thing. If we don't have fair elections, if we don't have elections that we win, really nothing, no other issue that we care about matters, right? It's like it doesn't matter if we're pro life. It's like if we can't elect people that will represent us, it doesn't matter. So elections and election integrity has always been something that I've been passionate about. So for the last 2 years, I have been working on get out the vote efforts. I've organized uh, phone banks across the state in order to help take back House districts that had very close margins that we thought we could flip. So many phone banks where we would have 20, 30 people working 6, 7 hours contacting low propensity voters in order to get them motivated to get out to vote. Um, this is all part of the process where I'm working to set up a permanent election infrastructure in our state. We have to have that set up in the party and outside of the party. The party cannot be competing with grassroots. Grassroots is what we motivate everyone up the ladder with the grassroots. We're the worker bees. So we have to have that concentration and have the grassroots out working. I also organized many groups where we worked with Catholic Vote. I work with a lot of large grassroots organizations. We sent out thousands of postcards for Catholic Vote. Worked with Turning Point. Turning Point, by the way, has a fabulous door-to-door app that I think is very underutilized in Michigan. They have spent millions of dollars and years of developing this app, and it's specifically for Michigan. It's called Michigan Teams. So we have the tools to use. We need to get more people to using them. One of the things that I'm really passionate about, of course, is election integrity. I was dragged into this in 2016 unexpectedly, but even more unexpectedly, it's like I was concentrating on get out the vote, but in July of this past year, it was discovered that only 1 in 10 election workers in Detroit were Republican. And it gets worse. Once these election workers were looked at, we found out that 1/3 of them were actually Democrats. So this is the team of election workers that are going into the November election. Now, a lot of leaders across the country, across the state, thought we're screwed. We cannot salvage this. I wouldn't take that as an answer. I stepped up and organized teams of people to contact hundreds and if not thousands of potential workers for Detroit. And in the end, we ended up having over 500 people in a very short time, just weeks, apply to the city of Detroit. For now, Detroit is not fun to work with. They did every trick in the book to discourage our people, and God bless these people. I just can't even tell you how inspired I was by these people who hung in there through every possible discouragement. And they stepped up, and in the end, we had a election worker at every county board at Huntington Place. We had a election worker at every precinct in Detroit. Now, just think about what some of these precincts are in Detroit. These people were my heroes. They were amazing to me that they actually were willing to do this. But why? Because the country was at stake. And let me tell you, I know that this made a difference in Detroit for the election of Donald Trump. So I'm presently going forward. I am working starting February 1st to recruit 750 precinct workers by May 15th. So I'll be sending out more emails about that. That's very critical. We have to get this going this year for the 2026 so we can avoid all this nonsense with Detroit. So I have so much more to say about that, but I understand
No more
my
time.
time is up. But I'm passionate about this stuff. So I ask you to please find it in your hearts to reelect me again. I want to carry out this program. I want to protect our vote. And we're going to pass this on to every urban area in Michigan to end up so that we have fair elections for 2026. God bless.
Thank you, Marian. That was Marian Sheridan. We'll have to break out the actor's hook eventually if this keeps going, but